Welcome to Mental Game Mastery, where we dive into the world of sports psychology and peak performance, designed for you to level up your athletic career.
Hey there, athletes. I'm your host, Coach P, bringing you mental performance insights and stories from being in the trenches of athletic coaching. As a mental performance coach, I get the privilege to work with all athletes across all sports. And today, we're going to dive into 15 ideas that will add value and possibly change the course of your athletic career in your life. Now, are you ready? Here we go. Idea number one: what is your witty with? What do you want for yourself? Because being a high performing athlete, going after everything that you want in your athletic career, putting in the work, it's knowing your deep rooted why. And it seems like a fairly basic question, but how often do you actually take time out of your busy schedule to sit back and reflect on this question? So let me give you 5 steps that you will need for your witty withy. Number 1, what is my goal? Number 2, what is my plan to achieve this goal? And number 3, work the plan. Number 4, course correct by consistently evolving your plan in order to maintain course direction. And number 5, stay the course. Seems pretty simple, right? And now for the second idea: act differently than how you feel. In my episode 10 Things Champions Know, I mentioned this. And why do I mention it again? Because feelings aren't facts. And I'll say it again: your feelings are not facts. Average performers let their feelings dictate their actions. High performers in all industries understand that their behavior will dictate their feelings. If you don't feel like it, act as if. Idea number 3, DWYSYW. D. Do what you say you will do. Commit to your commitments. You will be well on your way to becoming the high performer you want to be when you commit to your commitments. Do what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. I understand that life will happen. And when adversity hits, those that bounce back the fastest win. When you get knocked off course, get back on as soon as possible. See how many moments of commitment you can string together. Now, idea number 4. Because of this, something good will happen. And what is this? Your attitude. Because the attitude you take is a decision you make. Your attitude is a decision, if not a moment by moment decision. And because of the attitude you take, something good will happen. Idea number 5, the best team, the best performer doesn't always win. It's the team or the athlete or the salesperson or fill in the blank that performs the best that given day that wins. And we see it all the time. A team, an athlete, a salesperson, a financial markets trader that knows their stuff, that puts in the work, has the look, has the past results, but doesn't come out on top on that given day. And there's a saying: the fastest horse doesn't always win. It's the horse that races the fastest on that given day that wins. Idea number 6, you need a coach. And guess what? I just so happen to be a coach. I would love the opportunity to be that coach for you. If you're a coach or a performer that wants to increase your performance, head over to coachp.net and get started by signing up for Coach P's Insights. Because we all need a coach. I have a coach. And the one thing that is the same for all the Olympic athletes when they walk out for the opening ceremony is that they all have a coach. Before we continue, I just want to take a moment to thank you for being here and listening to me today. And I also have a favor to ask of you. I'd ask that you'd subscribe to the show. You just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's right down there. I'd really appreciate it. It helps the show grow. And it will help the show evolve to where I can bring on successful guests that you will benefit from. And hitting subscribe helps you not miss out on any content that is released that will help you grow in your athletic career. So thank you again. Now let's continue. Idea number 7. A few seconds in your mile time when running a marathon is the difference between beating the Kenyans or racing next to a guy named Ken. In other words, just give a little more effort, a little more love. Just give a little bit more of whatever you're doing, which is often the difference between massive success and falling short of the goal. Idea number 8. If you don't ask, well, the answer is always no. So I'm asking you to give one of the courses that I'm creating at this moment ago. But in order to know when they come out, you need to go over to coachp.net and sign up for the insights. Because if I don't ask, the answer is always no. And I'm asking you to not leave your next training session, your next performance to chance. Because are you doing everything you can do to be the best possible competitor you can be? Idea number 9, the 5-minute magic rule. It's the start that stops most people. And if you were to get started on something new for just 5 minutes, what would that do? What would that look like? Idea number 10. You're not lacking the ability, you're blocking your ability. Everything you need is inside of you already. You're not lacking it, you're blocking it. Think about relaxation. There are a lot of people that say they have a hard time relaxing. Really, well, you have the most powerful tranquilizers inside of you called melatonin because you're able to put yourself to sleep every night. It's not that you're lacking, you're blocking. So, how do you unblock it? Here's a hint. Refer back to idea number 1. Now, for idea number 11, A plus S plus GYOA equals R. And what does that mean? Ability plus strategy plus get off your anatomy equals results. If you have the ability and the strategy, then you might just be lacking the Goya. If you have the A and the Goya, you might be lacking the strategy for mental game mastery. But I can help you. The strategies have been uncovered because success leaves clues. And if you do what the high performers in your field do, then you will get the results that those athletes got. And that's what's in my crash course for the mental game. That's what gets you started on laying the foundation, laying the groundwork needed to start becoming that high performer you want to be. In idea number 12, you have to keep the main thing the main thing. So I'll say it a different way. Keep the important thing the important thing. What are your priorities? What are you all in on? If everything has the same level of importance, then nothing is important. So what's your main thing? Idea number 13, knowledge minus action gets you nada, nothing, zilch. Because if you know what to do, but you don't do it, then you are no better off than the person who doesn't know. If you know how to read, but don't, then you're no better off than the person who doesn't know how to read. Actually, you're probably worse off than the person who doesn't have the knowledge because you will have to deal with a little thing called guilt. And idea number 14, E plus R equals O. You can't control the events that happen around you or to you, but you can control your response to those events, which give you your perspective on the outcome. Your response is either going to be above the line, which is positive and disciplined, or below the line, which is negative, undisciplined, and not thought out. Your response to life's events will drastically change your perception of the outcome. And lastly, number 15, your life, your happiness could depend on a lot of things, but most of all, it depends on you. If you are constantly looking on social media at other people's highlight reel, well, guess what? You know what? I'll let you answer that for yourself. But it's like taking care of your front yard, but your backyard is a mess. So if you don't like your grass, then water it. Take care of you and yours. Take any of these 15 ideas that I just mentioned and put them into action now. Because if you are waiting for the right time, guess what? It'll never happen. There isn't any right time. So what are you going to do? The most important thing is to get started. It's the start that stops most people. Any one of these 15 ideas will have positive, life-changing results for you. But here's the key. You have to work it. So if you found these ideas valuable, don't forget to hit that like button. Share this video on your social channels and with other athletes and coaches, and subscribe for more insights on the mental game. And until next time, stay resilient, work some of these ideas. Now go out and crush it today, and remember, the time is now.